Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Montre giving you my little commentary for today. In social media world, a lot of news, a lot of comments, a lot of videos have been created about this Oscars and the racial, I guess, snubbing, as you will call it, that's been going on. Not to mention, Jada Pinkett also put a video out giving her opinion about how she felt about there not being any people of color being nominated for the Oscars this year, as well as better known as Aunt Viv. We all know her as Aunt Viv. Gave her a little 2 cents about how she felt about Jada Pinkett. I don't need to go into those videos too much. If you've seen them, they've gone pretty much viral. If you haven't seen them, I'll try to put a link to them in the description, but that's where I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents about it, about how I feel about the whole Oscar things. Am I gonna boycott the Oscars? Am I gonna even watch the Oscars? Because for me, award shows are a big joke. They're a big joke, and for people, I'll just put this one thing out there. For people who think that the best actor is winning, or the best movie is winning, or these are the people who have earned this Oscar, it's all a big joke. The Oscars, these award shows, are just propaganda for studios to promote certain agendas, certain ideas, for the fashion industry to promote the latest line that they want people to wear. Actors are nothing but promotion models. I really could give two rats ass, in layman's terms, about the Oscars. And for this to be, I guess, for black people, for us to, I guess, fight against, I think it's pretty much a waste of time. Fish to fry when it comes to racism and social justice. Because for me, I just don't think that's something that we should really even worry about, because yes, it's unfair that we don't see any people of color, and there were plenty that made some movies, and there are plenty. 95% of the committee of the Oscars is 95% white. 5% is gonna make little difference even if they all voted for somebody black, or a black movie, or a black actor. 5% is not gonna go very far. The Oscars is a big joke. It's a big joke for black people feeling the need that they need to be accepted amongst the Oscars. And it's a big joke for actors who feel like this is the ultimate goal as an actor, is to win that Oscar. Now, of course, if you win it, great, wonderful. But look at the winners of the Oscars. Look at the people who are nominated every year. Now, every now and then they let a newcomer in, but the majority of the years, it's the same old people winning the same old Oscars, the same, make millions of dollars. These are rich people. They're not struggling actors. This wasn't their first gig. This is their full-time job. Now, there are how many actors that are in Hollywood that actually get a chance to be in a nominated movie for the Oscars. So the movies that we see, the actors that we see, it's the same old shit. And you think these are the only movies that came out? There have been plenty of movies that came out. Some of them suck, but there are some really good movies that come out every year, from independent movies, from independent directors, from independent movie studios that we never hear about. And true enough, the Oscars does have a small section, a very small section, for these movies. But the ones that get the most pubs are the ones that the celebrities and the stars actually star in. System of Hollywood, and that these people earned their right to be up there. The only thing they earned was that they know the right people, they slept with the right people, maybe they come from a rich family of Hollywood go-getters. Hollywood is a big joke. It is a big joke. It's a big game. It's a political game. Entire Hollywood is all political. It's all about who you know, how much money you got, and if you were friends with the right people. So for people of color, black people who are in Hollywood, for them to be mainstream, they've really worked their ass off to become mainstream. So I don't really feel bad or feel offended if they don't want to boycott, because They networked their way up in there. As you can see, Hollywood doesn't just let anybody become famous. So who's the go-to comedian that they're using right now? Because they only use one. Who's their go-to comedian? Black comedian. Kevin Hart. It's always somebody different every year. It's never a whole bunch of comedians. Kevin Hart. Before that, it was David Chappelle. Before that, it was Martin Lawrence. Before that, it was Eddie Murphy. So they rotate. Oh no, I'm sorry, Chris Rock. But Chris Rock will be hosting this time. So they always had their go-to comedian, their go-to black girl, and their go-to sexy black guy. You know, it can't be more than one. So I mean, you know, what can I say about Hollywood and how they act? They've been acting the same way. And until Hollywood decides, you know what, we need a change. Until society right there can see it, then why do I need, I don't need to bitch and complain about it. We need to take our energy and put it elsewhere. There are bigger fish to fry. There's other social issues to deal with. We need to take our resources and take it away. Seriously, point blank. Hollywood says it's not gonna matter if 1 million black people stop watching the Oscars. They just think that 1 million black people only talk to 1 million black people. They forget that some of those 1 million black people or 2 million black people are influencers. They're social media people. They have white friends. They have white family. They have Latino friends. They have Latino family. Eventually the numbers will grow and Hollywood will see. Whitewash Hollywood and think people are really gonna still care about it. They're gonna still care about your movies. They're gonna still care about your music. If you whitewash everything, it's just like, what's the point? Let's keep diversity in Hollywood. Let's keep diversity in music. Let's keep diversity everywhere. But if they don't do it, fuck them. Let's make our own stuff. Let's make our own movies. Let's make our own music. Put it on YouTube. Put it on the internet. Support each other. Because if you don't do it, then who will?